up, YouTube, man? It's your boy David, and we back with another video. This is gonna be the Put You On Game series, and today I'm about to be doing a reflection on my year in 2022. So let's get into it. All right, where to start? Where to start? I mean, 2022 was a wild year. You know, a lot of ups and downs, crazy things. Happened. Some things didn't happen. Some things didn't go the way I planned them out in the beginning of 2022. And I mean, I guess that's why we're all here. That's what I want this video to be. Of course, it's going to be a reflection on my 2022 year, but I want everyone at home, you watching this video right now, to take time between now and New Year's and really reflect on the year 2022 for you. You know, a lot of times I feel like we get caught up in all the things we did not accomplish in our year. We set our goals at the beginning of the year and we like, man, we want to get this, and this done. And then we get to the end of the year and we like, man, I didn't get this done, we didn't get this. And it becomes a negative feeling, but I don't want it to be that. So I want you to take this time to actually reflect on the things that you did accomplish. And of course, there's some trials and tribulations that you probably went through that you might still be going through into 2023. But again, those are making you stronger. That's going to make you stronger into the next year. So it's important to also remember all the good that you did. Believe me, 365 days is a long time. Yes, it might fly by, but you'll be amazed once you start to actually reflect on the things that you did this year, how many things you actually did accomplish. So right now, I'm about to put it all on the table, everything that I've accomplished, and this is something I want to continue doing from year in and year on. So a year from now in 2023, I'm going to do this again and I'm going to reflect on my year 2023. But till then, right now, we're going to talk about 2022. So let's get into it. So one thing that I am extremely happy about, it was one of my goals that I set out at the beginning of the year that I knew I wanted to accomplish, but it was going to take a lot of discipline and consistency. And for me, I'm a very strong faith-driven person. I am very much connected to my faith and to God, and staying prayed down or prayed up, if you will. So for me, it was reading the whole Bible in a year. This book right here is called the Daily Welp Bible, and basically every single day there is an entry for you to read, a couple of chapters out of the Bible, and at the end of the year, you will have read the whole Bible. And I got this book in 2021, about in March. So I was already starting in the middle of the year. I didn't get to start at the very beginning. So I kind of read, but I was not consistent. I was not consistent at all. So whenever I got to whenever 2022 came around, and I could start right at the beginning in Genesis, I was like, all right, I'm going to stay disciplined. I'm going to make sure that I read my Bible every single day. Now, excuse me. Now, I might, to be completely honest, for the most part, I definitely read the Bible every single day, but there was definitely times where, I fell behind, but I was very consistent and disciplined to actually go back and read those days and get caught up when I did fall behind. So I'm proud to say that by the end of this year, I will have read the full Bible. It kept me, very disciplined in terms of just reading every single day. Of course, I tried to read other books, which I'll get into later. But for the most part, I can definitely say that I'm proud that I read the Bible every single day. So that's number one, definitely number one right there. So let's get into the next one. So I already mentioned reading was a big thing for me, so I'm very proud that I actually read a lot more books this year than normal. So that is a big thing for me. I'll actually get that into a separate video that you can watch probably after this one that I upload, talking about my top books from 2022. All right, some other things that I'm really proud of that, I have been reflecting on that I've accomplished and have started this year. A big thing is definitely Instagram. So about, I don't know how many months ago, maybe around the summer or so, I don't know, it'll probably be in the B-roll or I'll throw it somewhere right here. Around sometime this middle of this year, I started doing Instagram Reels, and I have really been consistent with those. I've really been liking those. Those are definitely another way for me to get videos out to y'all a lot quicker. I enjoy, just recording my quick workouts when I'm in the gym throughout the week. So it's kind of like every week you get a daily dose of a bunch of different workouts from me. It might not be the full, week of workouts, but it's definitely, at least 2 to 3 workouts a week that you're getting from me via Instagram, and it's just in short format. So something that you can enjoy, something you can join in, and that's something I definitely look forward to continuing in the next year, especially getting some more collabs out there, some more, edited videos on there, maybe some more tutorials through the Instagram platform. So that's definitely a goal of mine going into next year, but it's something that I started this year that I'm very proud of, that became another outlet of me being able to get content out to y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy that, and if y'all don't, please follow me on Instagram at DJ_Allen6. So another thing, following the trend of social media, is another thing that I revamped this year was my Twitter page. I definitely was not a big Twitter user, growing up. That just wasn't something that I gravitated towards when back in school and stuff like that. But I've noticed that this year, a lot of times, there's a lot of great things that, I find sometimes, just when I'm meditating or reflecting or praying, or even when the Holy Spirit is just talking to me, I find that I get words of wisdom, especially, from reading the Bible and things of that nature, and other books. All of the wisdom comes to mind. Sometimes I get, these great thoughts or these great sentences, words of motivation, affirmation, inspiration, and I would normally, just maybe put it in my phone, or, I would think about it and then forget about it. So I wanted to use my Twitter page as a way to actually put that somewhere, put it out to the world, a place for me to actually go back and reflect when I might be having days that I am down. So I can go to my Twitter page and just, scroll down and just read something that I might have thought of back in the day, or in a previous day where the Holy Spirit was talking to me, and it might be something that I might not have needed that day, but later on I might scroll by and pass by and I'll be like, I needed that. So I'm really thankful that I actually started doing, or I revamped and brought back to life my Twitter page, and I call it Letters to David, or Letters to _David. But I hope that, in the near future, maybe it can become something that I use as motivation or as the content for a book. That's the ultimate goal with that. And I look forward to continuing it and continuing to, inspire people through Twitter. So again, look at my Twitter page. If it's something that, you gravitate towards or you like, please follow me on Twitter. But if not, continue to watch me on YouTube. But all right, so let's get into the next one. So we talked about, the social media platforms, but we haven't talked about the actual platform that you're watching this video on, YouTube. So this year, I am grateful that, of course, as y'all have seen, I have started back doing YouTube videos. I think I released my first YouTube video back in, 2020, in July 2020. So like in the middle of the pandemic, sort of. And again, I was recording a lot, but then again, I went into my thesis year of school, and that took a lot of my time. So YouTube videos kind of stopped right there. When I first moved out here to Denver, I didn't have anybody to record me, so still couldn't record videos. But earlier this year, Caleb moved out here to Denver, so now I actually did have somebody who could record me. So now that happened at the beginning of the year, I sought to start actually consistently doing videos. And I can say that I'm very proud that I actually, for the most part, I had a video that dropped every single week. And I think y'all all definitely enjoyed it, because this year we also accomplished monetizing the YouTube channel. So I hit 1K subscribers. Thank y'all so much for that. That was a crazy moment in life. Like, it honestly, at one point, I had dropped a few videos that was more architecture related than fitness, but it blew up the channel, and before you know it, we hit 1K subscribers. I hit my 4,000 watch hours, and I got the email. My channel had been monetized. So I am proud to say that I actually do make money now from YouTube, and I have created another stream of income for myself. So that is definitely one thing that it was on my dream board. It was a goal of mine. I definitely didn't think I would hit it as early as I did. I sought to hit it by the end of this year, but I hit it, months ago, probably in like September, I believe. I'm not really good with dates. Things just kind of jumble together. But anyways, that was something I'm very proud of, and I look forward to continuing it in the year to come. Again, y'all seen, I did the unboxing with all of the camera gear that I got, you know, the supplements. I'm looking forward to taking in 2023 this whole YouTube page to another level. Y'all are gonna be seeing better content from me. Y'all are gonna be seeing me going to other, you know, not famous gyms, but popular gyms in the United States, as well as doing some collabs with some people, maybe even getting a few training videos in like that. So y'all look forward to it, because in 2023 we're gonna go up a whole nother level. And I'll stay on this topic of YouTube for a little bit too as well. I'm very proud of the different variety of videos I've put out this year, from the tutorial videos that are going to continue to go. You know, next year I definitely want to get into maybe some more at-home tutorial videos, things that you can do at home with just a set of dumbbells or just your own body weight. I'm very proud to put you on game series, of course. I think this is definitely have the opportunity and potential to become something big in the future, you know, maybe even a podcast. Maybe even next year we'll have something like guest on the show, where I can really put y'all on game on a few different industries and other things outside of maybe fitness and health related. So y'all look forward to that. But I am very proud of the different variety of videos I was able to put out, as well as the consistency of being able to put out these videos. So for the most part, this whole video has kind of been about a lot of the things that I have accomplished this year, but I will also say there was a big thing that I started at the beginning of this year, which was trading, Forex trading. I was very deep. I very much started studying, you know, Forex very heavily in 2021 when I moved out here. And in 2020, at the beginning of this year, I continued to study, as well as, you know, creating my own trading account and trying to do it that way. Didn't go very well, to be honest. To be completely honest, it didn't go well in terms of just, I was not very disciplined in terms of, you know, doing my studying, doing my back testing, and actually, you know, trading during the time frames that I was supposed to be trading, as well as, you know, sticking to my rules. So that's all on me. You know, of course, I just was not being very disciplined. I also believe I was doing too much. You know, I had, you know, work going on. Of course, y'all know I'm an architect designer. So that's, you know, takes a lot of brain power, takes a lot of, you know, what am I looking for? Takes a lot of my mental capacity. It takes, you know, a lot out of me, you know, from day to day. I have a career, you know, in architecture. So with that, on top of trying to do YouTube videos, record videos, edit the videos, as well as, you know, trying to trade and be on the charts and stuff like that, it just became just way too much that I was trying to do at once, you know. So I think with that, I had to make a decision on what I would focus on, and I ultimately decided that I would focus on YouTube. So trading, you know, fell to the wayside. I just stopped really worrying about it. Of course, I still love trading, and I think I definitely want to get back into it. I just want to establish one thing first before trying to master something else. So that's something that, you know, of course, I started off at the beginning of the year wanting to, you know, take my trading, you know, journey and my trading career a lot further than it went at the time. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. I think by me actually putting more focus into YouTube, I got a lot more out of it, a lot more production out of what I was trying to produce. So I'm happy about that. That's, you know, it's sometimes, you know, you do set goals for yourself and you have to kind of reevaluate and, you know, adjust along the way. That is the way that you should approach a lot of things. You should always be able to self-evaluate and understand if something is working and not, and if it's not, have the discipline and the courage to actually, you know, change and do something about it. So that's something that I definitely, you know, count as more, not really an L, but just a lesson throughout the year. So we're gonna move on. All right, this is another thing that's kind of on the negative side, but not really. Another thing that happened this year was I injured my knee. So around, I would assume like around May-ish, I ended up injuring my knee playing basketball, which really hurt in a way. I definitely probably should have went to the doctor to get that checked out, but you know, I didn't do all that. I just, you know, dealt with it. Of course, it wasn't like terrible pain at times, you know, it wasn't a lot of pain walking and stuff like that, but it definitely hindered me on my leg workouts. For a good little minute, I definitely stopped squatting. I think I stopped squatting for maybe about 3 months or so, just because I tried to push through it and squat when it was hurting, but I don't think that was the best thing for it. So I stopped squatting completely and just kind of did, other accessory work like goblet squats. And like, when I say squats, I mean like barbell squats. So I still did other things like goblet squats, like body weight squats, leg press and leg extensions and stuff like that. Stuff that didn't hurt my knee as much. I'm pretty sure what happened was whenever I was playing basketball, I just hyperextended my leg, and it just ultimately hurt my knee. So of course that happened around like May or something, and I don't really get injured that often when it comes to like working out and stuff like that. And of course I didn't get injured in the gym. I actually got injured doing something outside of, the weight gym, the weight room. So that sucked, and, it hindered my leg workouts. But I'm proud to say that I think when I went back home for Thanksgiving, I squatted probably like for one of the first times, or felt good about squatting for the first time. I hit like 3 plates for a good few reps, like 2 reps or so at Reds, and that was great to kind of feel like I'm back at it. My knee didn't hurt at all, so really happy that I got through that whole knee injury, because definitely don't want those problems this early in life or whatever. So, and squats again are actually a good thing for keeping good knee health at the same time. So but at the time, squatting just wasn't the best thing for my knee healing. So that's something that, we got through, a trial and tribulation that we got through in 2022. So the last thing I'm actually going to talk about today is something that I'm very proud of that I started this year, is my nonprofit organization called You Are Loved. This organization, again, as y'all know, if you haven't watched the video, please go watch the vlog. I think something titled Denver, it'll be here in the cards. So anyways, yes, since moving out here to Denver, and living in the downtown area, I've just been, I wouldn't say exposed, but made more aware of, the homeless community, and the fact that just help is needed. A lot of times we look towards, the government and other people and other organizations to put in that work and help these people. But us everyday people who, have good paying jobs, have a roof over our head, can also, lend a hand, can also put forth we all can do something, whether it's just, going to the store, buying a loaf of bread, some peanut butter and jelly, and just making some sandwiches and taking it out to, a homeless camp, or, to the homeless people that are maybe down your street or something like that. There's always something that we can do. And for me, that spoke, volumes to me. And I was like, I feel like I'm well off. I have a roof over my head, I have a car, I have a good paying job. All of these things, there's no reason that I can't, allocate a certain amount of money a month to, putting together these care packages, as y'all know, that has, all of this gear, especially because Denver gets cold sometimes in the winter. It's just really sad to see, people sleeping on the streets, with just a blanket or something. Like over there, I'm like, I could barely take being outside for like 5 minutes when it's cold. So I can only imagine if like my home is being outside. So for me, starting this organization, the You Are Loved nonprofit organization, has been amazing. The stories I've heard just from hearing people, be so excited to see that there's socks in the care package. It's just like, it brings things, it really humbles you really fast and brings things in perspective. It's just like, a lot of us, might not have, an extensive amount of money in our savings accounts. And a lot of these people who are on, the streets are people that are kind of actually the result of COVID. So like losing your job and, being 2 or 3 paychecks away from not being able to pay your house note, not being able to pay your rent, your car note, X, Y, and Z. So people that we see on the street, that could be us one day. We're fortunate enough to not have, been put in that position yet, but it's also our duty to, help these people out in any way that we can. It doesn't mean that you have to go out there and be able to put a whole soup kitchen together, or be able to, do this big extravagant, giveaway, or, help this family get off the street and buy them a house or anything. It's just the small things, just, whatever you have confined in your heart, to give, whether it's even, pulling up to a stoplight and you don't have any money, but just saying a prayer for that person, and just hoping that they, have somewhere to lay their head at night and be safe. So that's just something that I am mostly, the most proud of, that I started this year, and that I hope to continue, going from year to year. I hope next year we do something even bigger with the organization, and then the following year and the following year and the following year. We're going to keep getting better the best way we can, as long as God is blessing me with what I have, and He's the source of all good fortune for me. I'm going to, be a good steward of all those resources and distribute them out as He guides me. So, that's it right there, man. That was my 2022. So, and I'm sure I actually probably forgot a few things that, I did do this year, but these are the things that came to mind. These are the things I wanted to speak about in the video. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. But again, like I said in the beginning of the video, take this, I want everyone who's watching this video, you on your phone or at TV or watching the TV at home, I want you to do the same thing between now and New Year's. Take some time out to just, maybe sit alone, meditate or whatever it may be, and just, even while you're in the car, maybe driving somewhere, just think back on all the things that you've accomplished this year. Maybe you can go through your Instagram feed and look at, events and things that have happened, use things to jog your memory, to kind of to call things back to mind that you accomplished this year, things that you're proud of, that you got through, or that you finally started, things like that. I would say use this as a time to think about the positive things. Don't get so negative down on yourself and be like, man, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. It's all good. There's still some things that you did start, some things that you are proud of, some things that were big positives in your life, things that you weren't doing in 2021 that you start doing now. Whether that's eating healthier, actually going into the gym, being more consistent with certain things. There's so many things that are more on the positive side than the negative side that you did this year. So I want you to take the time from now until New Year's to recall all those to mind. Reflecting on these things is it's a great tool for being grateful, and grateful is a great way to keep yourself in good spirits and to keep that flow of overflow coming from God. When you're grateful for the things that you do have and not ungrateful for the things that you don't have, it's a great way for God to just bless you with more and more. So that is it for me. I'm going to end the video here. This is gonna end my reflection of 2022. I look forward to, again, doing this every single year, to just have something to look back on the things that I've accomplished and how far I've come. So till next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we out.